Hey, it's JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's January 10th, 2024. Off to a snowy start yesterday with some pretty good storm totals. We're going to have continued snow showers today as a secondary warm front and cold front make its way through the area. Highs are going to be in the mid 20s. We are going to have some winds from the southwest gusting up to 35 miles per hour and then switching to the northwest. That's primarily kind of in northern and southern zones. Tomorrow we'll have isolated snow showers in the afternoon, highs in the lower 20s, that cooler air starting to work its way in. And then a shortwave trough, yet another one coming through with northwest winds increasing to 30 miles per hour by the evening. So we'll have a little bit of a layover tonight with no weather and then more snow on the way. And then it's going to snow pretty much through Saturday night into Sunday morning. Winds will pick up again Thursday afternoon through Friday. And let's take a look at the 24-hour boards. Soldiers and here at China Gardens both picked up 5 inches. Quite a big difference in Swee. Baldy, so there's probably some telemetry occurring within the weather stations here, because I know Vienna, Moores Creek, were all kind of showing weird numbers compared to other stations. So always got to take those weather stations with a grain of salt. But Baldy picked up about 8 inches. Ketchum looks like has 6 on the Webb snow stake with 0.43 inches. Lower Titus is looking really good at 14 inches and almost an inch of water in most areas, which is insane. That's awesome. It's a good amount of storm. It's a good storm, and it's also going to create lots of instability out there. The Lost Rivers have not picked up as much, and Banner's not doing too bad, but not as much as I think they were predicting. Okay, we are still in a winter storm warning. See if I can increase this a little bit for you. There we go. For additional, they basically extended this winter warning because of the system that's coming through today is going to bring some more snow. So they wanted to enclose that. Looking at the map, picking up another 3 or 4 inches in Haley, a little bit less as we go to the north. And then the mountains to the west are going to be continuing to get hammered with 4 to 6 inches. And isolated spots looking like more. All right, looking at the infrared, you can see if you look real closely, there's a low right here, kind of like a surface low here. And that has a cold front that's extending down through here and a warm front through here. So we'll take a look at that in a second, but I'm going to look at the winds. It's a little hard to see where we're at. Okay, got a visual. So Blaine County's right here. So we got chills out a little bit this morning, and then it picks up a little bit again this afternoon. But you can see that big cold front system's kind of staying to the southwest of us. So that's where all those heavier winds are going to be. But we'll still be in gusting up to 35 in the mountains, pretty much from the southwest, from the west to northwest, shifting in the afternoon. And looking at the HRRR forecast. Okay, so you can keep your eyes in this area here. You can actually see some of that swirl rotation, that counterclockwise rotation. So that's the low here. This is that the cold air behind. We have warm air here, cold air here, where they mix. There's usually a collision and causing higher winds. So this is that cold front. Keep your eyes on that band as it works further east. It keeps kind of shifting pretty much to the south of us. So we're going to get some in Wood River and certainly the mountains in the Western Smokies and Western Saltuse because they're just in a good configuration with those west winds to get that uplifting. But most of the southern zones are going to be getting a little bit more snow, just a little bit more. And that kind of eases out into the night and clears up as far as precipitation goes. And then we have more moisture coming in tomorrow evening, starts to work its way in here as late precip. And that's going to pick up throughout Saturday night with pretty steady moisture. Too zoomed in now. Okay. So this is looking for today at the zones, the avalanche center zones. So you can see the valleys are picking up 2 to 4 inches of snow. Soldiers in the Western Smokies and Saltuse up towards Banner are doing pretty well in the 6 to 8 range. And then not too much tonight. Tomorrow a little bit more, mostly in that evening hours. And then Thursday evening is when it really starts to ramp up again, and when we just have more snow coming down, kind of in the same zones, those western zones. It's going to be a northwest flow, so it just favors that area. Looking really insane for Friday night. Oof, look at those totals. At Moores Creek and Trinity, you guys are doing really well out of this storm. Okay. So let's look at this, what's going on the big picture. So we have this big trough that's sending in this kind of shortwave trough today, and then not too much happening. This is that lull that we get tonight, and then we set up with that, again, a northwest flow with a new trough entering. We have this big area of low pressure that's going to be sending lots of cool air down here. Look at that, cool air is coming straight down from the Arctic right at us for the weekend and setting us up with some dirty northwest flow. So that's just going to keep churning in storms one after another, kind of in waves through Sunday. And still looks like we're kind of in the mix for Sunday. We're still in the good flow until Monday, where that thing starts working its way east. Looks like we could maybe be getting some moisture out of this, but not a lot of certainty in that right now. So either way, looking really good with how much snow we're going to get. All right, looking at the soldiers, time frame wise, you can just see that this continued stuff through Thursday to Sunday night. We're looking at another 2 feet of snow out of this chunk of time here. And that's pretty much the story as we go through. So this is for Sun Valley, looking like picking up a healthy foot of snow on the mountain through that 3-day period. And then Titus, looking like more 1.5 feet. Vienna Mine, looking close to a little over 2 feet. Bench Lakes. And these are, again, I'm kind of calling out the next storm for Thursday night. That's looking a little bit less, but almost 2 feet in the Saltuse. Obviously, higher elevation is going to be getting more. 6, and Banner's looking like around 2 feet. So it's going to continue to keep snowing. Make sure you check the avalanche forecast. We have 10 minutes out still from them updating it, but it looks like we're still, it looks like they're slowly filling things in. So we're still in a warning, is in effect, expires Thursday morning. So it looks like they're continuing to do a warning. Looks like Banner's going to be high today. And we should see what's happening for the eastern Galena Pass and eastern Smoky Mountains. I imagine it's going to look pretty similar to this, but we're not going to stick around for it. Make sure you check out sawtoothavalanche.com for the latest avalanche advisories and stay safe out there.